Hi, it's Megan. So I saw on my favorite beauty blog, which I'm not going to name here, but if you're curious, ask and I will tell you which one it is. But I just figured people don't necessarily want me talking about them on YouTube. I saw the matte lipsticks, and the colors, some of them are grossly inappropriate for someone that's above a certain age, and I'm above that certain age, but then when I was younger, they didn't have some of these really cool brands, and also these were matte, and I'm a huge matte fan. Plus, my daughter is just at the age where she's starting to wear makeup for the first time, and if I'm too old for a trend, she definitely is not. So I always know that not only does my makeup kind of migrate out of my bathroom to hers, but if I get something that's kind of crazy, her and her friends might absolutely love it, or they're also really into photography and Instagram and all that. They might just use it to make Instagram videos or photos. So I got 5 of the Melt Cosmetics, and I start that just by saying, you never know until you try something on what's going to work and what's not going to work. Melt just got me excited because, like I said, I love matte lipsticks, and then I thought they were kind of fun. So the one I have on my lips right now is Summer. So you can get these on meltcosmetics.com. They're $19 for 0.16 ounce, which is slightly larger than most lipsticks. And they have colors that range from black to dark green to dark blue to kind of some vibrant oranges, purples, pinks, and a red, which I will talk about later. They look like this. It's kind of a fun package. I guess the brand was started by an ex-Mac person and an actress here in LA or Southern California where I am, and that's the other thing about living in LA. You can almost wear anything. Nobody cares. People in more conservative parts of the country might not have that same experience. In fact, I was so thrilled. I went to the matte counter at my local Nordstrom, and they were telling me when they had that last punk rock couture or whatever punk rock collection, a woman in her 60s bought the whole collection, including the black lipstick and all, which is kind of fun. So this is what it looks like. Summer is a light orange, a little bit peachy orange, but definitely more in the orange than the peach. Remember, peach is like orange with a pink undertone. This is definitely more kind of in the creamsicle orange, but a little pink undertone, and it has a matte finish. So I read online mixed things about these. The formula is much stiffer than most lipsticks. As I thought about it, it felt less like a lipstick and more like a lip liner, but not a super creamy lip liner, more like a slightly dry eyeliner or lip liner. That to me actually works with colors like this, because if you're gonna have a really vibrant, vivid, unusual color, you kind of have to mask your underlying lip color, and it has to stay, because the wear can be kind of sloppy looking if you have like a crazy color and then you put it over pink lips. If you have like no color or pigmentation in your lips, it doesn't matter. But if you have any pigmentation, which I do, bold colors, unusual colors, colors that really don't naturally appear on lips anyway. So you're not getting a flattering fading, but rather kind of like a blotchy fading or a weird looking fading. So these definitely provide amazing coverage, very opaque. They last an incredibly long time. I found that some of them would last 5 hours, which on me is like unheard of. The darker the color, the longer it lasted, and they do stain. This particular color is the first one I'm wearing because it's one that stains the least. So the first 3 I'll show don't stain that much. The second 2 really stain, and one of them actually stained all over my fingers because I was wiping it with my fingers. But any oil-based product just gets the stain on me, gets the stain off. That is not necessarily the case with everyone. I don't know. All I know is I don't have dry lip problems. So I saw on the internet some people had dry lip issues. I've been wearing these for 2 or 3 days straight. No dry lip problems, but I usually don't. Next of all, I found, it's almost like you need the heavier formula for the types of colors. The other thing which was kind of interesting is if you look, and I'm going to apply the other colors on camera so you can see, if I went like this and just blended after I applied these colors, I got a totally different look than if I just tried to apply them straight. So I played with them just out of the tube. I used a lip brush, and then I also kind of put them on and then applied them with my fingers, or blended them with my fingers, and I just got a much softer, prettier You know that kind of when you dot on the lipstick kind of look, just that really soft, muted, matte kind of thing? I got that very easily when I just kind of blended them. It's almost like there's like a hard cream-based, oil-based, you know, that saturated fat that kind of hardens in these. And the more I wear them, the more soft they kind of felt to me. But then also on the lips, I found that they blended a little bit better if I use my finger after. And you can also use a lip brush to kind of make sure that you line your lips perfectly, because again, with colors this bold, you really don't want to see the lip color underneath. So this is the one, and what I would also do is line with the tip, which worked beautifully because it's a harder formula. So I never broke a lipstick. When I was doing that, I never took them higher than this so that there's a little bit more support, sort of, or at least I thought there was. But because it's a harder formula, it also kind of lined itself if you work that way. So this is the first one. You know, it's maybe a little bright for me, but it's a pretty color. It's fun. This one lasted a little bit less than some of the others. This one lasted about 4 hours. And I found that this is a personal bias. They last forever, which is a good thing given that you don't want your natural lip color to show through. But because the colors are not as they would naturally occur in nature or whatever, I found that I wanted to touch these up a little bit more, just because like right here I get a little fading and I just didn't like the way it looked. So yeah, you can get really great coverage. I didn't get cracking, I didn't get uneven wear, I got really even wear, but I kind of like to touch these up after about 3 hours, which by the way is a long time for me. Removing them, I haven't used this wipe before. See, this one doesn't stain very much. I've been using my Lancome, which is like my favorite remover for just about everything. The next one I'm gonna do is Darling. This is a purple, a light purple. And Darling is very cool toned. I thought the first one was kind of in between cool and light. It gets a little warm. Cool and light. This one is definitely cool toned. You can see the application. It's a little thicker than most lipsticks. I'm not going to get this perfect. Look, anytime you're doing a purple lipstick, you have to be more careful because I do this usually to get my lipsticks, I'm lazy to get my lipsticks to apply a little bit more evenly. It does not work with this formula at all. You get a lot of bunching up. I did not otherwise have uneven wear or bunching up as long as I use my finger to kind of blend it, which for some reason just makes like a night and day difference. So that's the second one. And this color lasted about 4 hours on me. I got almost no staining with this. And by the way, when I talk about staining, I actually wear this on my wrist, which, yeah, people do stare, but whatever. I'll actually wear this on my wrist for a day or two. And so these two shades faded overnight. I didn't see them on my wrist. The last two shades I actually saw like a day later, maybe almost 2 days later. At that point I took my Lancome and just kind of wiped it off, and it wiped right off. So this is the color. It's very pretty. It's definitely very lavender. So if that's what you're looking for, then this one is it. And the way that I would wear a lot of these, by the way, these look truly terrible on me if I have no other makeup on. They look really pretty when I'm a little bit more made up. Two ways to go though. What I did here is just kind of a simple black eyeliner on the eyes, and very light, because if I do things like cat eyes or stuff, I quite frankly just look stupid. My eyes are just too big. I end up looking like kind of a wannabe Elizabeth Taylor kind of thing. So I would either do like just a simple black eyeliner and not too much color on the rest of the face, because these really stand out. Or on the Melt Cosmetics website, they've got some amazing examples of really shaded, beautiful, artsy looking eyes that just play up kind of how unusual these colors are. Really pretty. And I can do videos for any of these colors if someone's curious. So this is the next one. This is totally, completely inappropriate for me, but I got it anyway because I've never had a lipstick this kind of color. So this is called Space Cake, and it's kind of a blue-gray, matte. Again, all these are matte, and this one's definitely cool. You can see it. Application takes a little work. That's not so much work it's going to kill you, but and then again, I just really like the way that they look better if I blend it a little bit. I keep looking at this and I keep seeing kind of a green undertone, but I think it's just the gray undertone to the blue. I've showed this to my kids. They said, take it off, Mom, you can't wear that. But it definitely is like a bluish gray. Even though I keep seeing like a green on, they keep telling me that I'm crazy. And by the way, they think I'm crazy for even trying on a lipstick this color. This though, my daughter's really into photography, and I keep explaining to her, if she does black and white pictures of people, this lipstick is gonna be like amazing. Just gorgeous. This is it. Not the perfect application, but I got almost no staining with this, honestly. Even on my wrist, which tends to show more staining than the lips. I even slept in it one night. I usually don't sleep in lipstick to see if it stained like some awful blue color. I did not. The one thing you don't want with colors like these first three is uneven wear. That's why, like I said, even though you get long wear out of them, I kind of feel like I need to touch them up. Okay, the next color is Stupid Love. Stupid Love is a kind of a blue undertoned bubblegum, almost magenta, fuchsia. Not fuchsia exactly, almost there. Bubblegum Barbie. Softening it a little bit. This is not going to be perfect. This color I love as it wears away, and this is the kind of color that I think is so gorgeous, just dotted on. I'm not doing that for the video so you can see the full color, even though I didn't apply it that evenly. I'm still not a master at applying things on camera, but I love this kind of color, just kind of softly dotted on. It's so pretty, and as this wears away, it just is this amazing, amazing stain on the lips. It's hard to describe. As these wear away, because there is so much pigmentation in them, they're almost more pigment than like whatever filler is put in these, which is why there's so much staining. And I do get slight staining with the other three. The first three, I just don't get the kind of staining I get with the next two, which is why I guess I kind of understate it. But you get this amazing stain that fades away, and it's sort of like a stain, but it looks more like just kind of a blotted lipstick because of the matte. And that's where I really think these are super pretty. So this one right here, you just kind of blot it, and it's just so amazing. This one stains like you would not believe. This is the one that I actually had it all over my hands. You can see it where I touched it. I will have to use an oil-based remover to get that off my fingers, and I had it on my hand too because I went like this. See, I've got it there. And I will have to use an oil-based. Well, let's see if this works. No, my CVS whips don't work, but the Lancome does. This will stain like unbelievable, but it looks so pretty. I'm gonna have to go wash my whole face. Okay, the last one is both my favorite and my most disappointing shade. So this one is Belladonna 2, and I guess there was a Belladonna 1, which was kind of a slightly different red. This is the red that they have right now. Looks very red in the tube. And it's like a pink, well, cool, almost like a fuchsia-based pink red. And that's where I was disappointed. I guess I thought this was red, and it really, I was walking around wearing it, asking people what color is this, and they all said it was pink, and I thought it was red when I ordered it. Don't do that. I do it anyway. So you blur it a little bit. I just like the way it looks, and it looks a little reddish pink. It is a red. I'm sorry. I just keep saying that because it's not red enough for me. It is a pinky blue based cool red that fades away to a more pink than red color. The other thing that's really pretty, and this I get staining as well. I get about, oh God, I get forever on this one. This last two I got like 5 hours wear, just because the stain stays there for 5+ hours. The lip product might be totally gone, but the stain is there, and it looks, like I said, just really, really pretty. Like you kind of just smudged some super like jello or something. A very pretty effect. Really unusual. This whole formula is just really unusual. Super pigmented. It is a little stiff, but it does soften up, in my opinion. And you get amazing pigmentation and coverage. You get kind of a stain, which you either like or you don't, which makes it look like it wears forever. And really unusual, pretty colors. So overall, I really like them. I think they're super fun. I don't have dry lips, so I can't comment. Wearing these 2 or 3 days straight, I didn't have any kind of drying lip problems. I do lip balm in the morning when I wake up, and I do it before I go to bed at night. And while I have dry skin, that's never been a problem. Other people have said that they do crack. They didn't crack on me, but I did, like with a color like this, I wouldn't feel the need to touch it up because it is kind of a color that almost appears in nature, but with kind of the grays or the really orange or anything where I don't want anything pink showing through from my natural lip color, I definitely would touch up. Even though you get great wear and you get some kind of stain there anyway, it just looks better. I think that's it. They smell like vanilla cake according to the website, and that's what they smell like. They smell a little artificial, a little bit chemically, but like vanilla cake. Not like vanilla, like vanilla cake, which I guess is just more of a buttery kind of scent. And they're supposed to be ultra matte texture, perfect lipsticks, and I think that's it. Most of the really totally crazy colors are sold out, I guess, all the time, which is fine. They probably wouldn't be the most flattering on me anyway. I would love to hear what other people have to say about these, if they have the other colors, thoughts, if they want to hear a tutorial on one of the colors. I would love to do that because these are kind of fun. And will I wear these every day or to pick up my kids at school? Well, first of all, my kids won't let me wear these to pick them up at school. So that's a no, or when their friends are here, but their friends aren't here all the time. And subscribe on YouTube. I think I forgot to say, these look actually really, really pretty with the lip gloss over them. Really stunning, which totally gets rid of that matte effect, but wow. And I'm putting a novel on YouTube called Masks Chapter by Chapter, which is about makeup and the masks we wear, and I'll put a link to that in the description to this. Thank you. Comments are welcome.